Carmel. This is our mat work, all sort of body workout. So we're using today the circle, the band, and the chi ball. Okay, so what I want to do is start with the band or the circle around the outside of your thighs. Press gently into the thighs. Hello, Mo. All right, take a breath in. As you breathe out, say hello. Say hello to Archie. Where's Archie? There he is. Roll up, pressing out into that circle. You should feel your glutes, but also the outside of your thighs. By rolling out your quads at the beginning, you should feel that they're not switching on too heavily. And then we're going to roll back down. Now remember, we want to increase that mobility in your spine. Take a breath in, go back to the beginning, exhale, tipping back, pressing out into the circle, press your heels into the floor, add a little stretch through those lats. So taking those arms back behind your head, relax and release your neck. The weight should be between the shoulder blades. So taking a breath in as you breathe out, just the back of the ribs down, then the middle back, and then your tailbone and relax. Let's do that again. Arms down, breathing in, press out into the circle, activate your glutes. Segmentally roll your spine right to the top of your shoulders. Keep the pressure on the circle. Take your arms back, relax your shoulders, breathe in. And as you breathe out, we're relaxing down bone by bone, coming back to your neutral spine. So I want about 10 of those. We'll take the circle out. We can use that for our hamstring stretch. All right, make sure you lengthen the waistline, the leg you're stretching. We don't want to hitch that hip up. Press that leg. So about a 30-second hold onto that hamstring right here. Drop the tailbone. Take it across your body for 30 seconds. Outside thigh. Bring it back to center. And inside thigh. Stretching that out so the opposite hip stays down. We're bringing it in, repeating it on the other side. Okay, and from there, let's stretch out into our chest. So our knees are going to be 90 degrees or thereabouts. Remembering that the closer the knees are up to your body, the more you lock off the lumbar spine and you isolate just the upper back. If your legs are a little bit further down, then you're going to get a little bit of lumbar rotation too. You'll get a little pillow under your head. I'm just going to roll up my mat. Shoulders away from your ears. One hand on top of the other, and we're following that arm around. Remembering we want the back of the shoulder blade to be towards the floor. We don't want that elbow or that wrist to be any lower than the shoulder. We're coming back through our side tummy muscles. So about 6 to 8 of those until you can feel a little bit more mobility through that spine, through the shoulders. I don't want any pinching pain in the back of the shoulder, so it should be pecs and lateral trunk. All right, you repeat that to the other side. And while we're lying on our side, here are some other little tricks. You can pop the circle between your ankles and whoop, get your balance, and then that side leg lift, exhale. So we've already worked the outer thigh. We can work that inner thigh, and then we work on that balance. Okay, now you don't have to squeeze that circle too much. I don't want to feel any pain in between where the circle is touching your inner thighs, your inner ankles. It's more about the balance, the lifted waistline, the lengthened waistline, and that lift and lower. So about 10 on each side if you can. From inner thigh, we go to outer thigh. And this is where you take your little loop that you've got, that stretch loop. Come on, I'm just going to bring my TheraBand into play right now. I'm just going to wrap it around. This is our clamps. Now, we can do our clams lying here, or for added benefit, we can have a head a little higher, but just watch that we don't get into the neck and the shoulders. We can also do it right up on our elbow under the shoulder, upper body posture. All right, legs about 45 degrees. We're not down here, so show me nice strong posture, heels together. And I want that top hip forward. Now lift the heels off the floor. Squeeze the heels gently. You should activate your glutes. I don't want to feel it in your TFL or your quads. All right, we're rotating up and lower back down. Doesn't matter how high you go. It's about feeling it in the right place. So we work up to about 10 on each side. Okay. All righty. Hold it up there. Don't be too quick in doing that. Yeah. You want to hold and you want to slowly come back down. All right. From there, we go into our single bridges. We might take our magic circle, above our chest, one leg to tabletop, and we're pressing that heel in and lifting. As we lift, we're going to squeeze the circle. 10, one leg, hips stay at the same height, 10 to the other side, lift. Make sure those shoulders don't come up too close to your ears, long fingers, press through the heel to activate the bottom. All right, let's get our chi balls and have some fun with that. So let's start with some upper abdominals. Okay, so the ball just under your shoulder blades. The higher the ball is, the easier it is for the abs. The lower the ball is, the harder it is. But don't watch that it doesn't get into your lower back. And we did a similar sort of thing on the big fit ball. This time we're using the chi ball. Legs relaxed, we're going over the ball, long sides of the neck as you curl forward. So your ribs are sliding into your pelvis. Inhale, exhale, curl. You can add a little leg lift with it. Exhale. All right, you can take two legs up, up, and stretch one leg as you come up. So these are all variations. If you want at least 10, what you can do, make sure there's nothing in your lower back. We can take it into some obliques, but I want the feet down for here. We can take it up and across and bring it back over the ball, up and across and bring it back. All right, with a leg lift. Let's do 10 to each side of those. And relax. From there, Carmel, we're onto our side. And I know you don't like your wrist pressure, so we'll stay on your elbows. The ball under here to give us a bit more of feedback. We don't want to collapse into here. Let's go into our side support. So this is strengthening our side trunk muscles, our side hip muscles, and then lower back down. So let's see if you can hold it for 5, 4, 3, shoulder blades back, 2, and 1. When you get stronger, you can take it to long legs. 5, watch the neck, put your head in a position that doesn't give you any extra tension, and relax and release. Okay, so 10, about 5 count holds on each side. Work up to that if you're not quite there. All right, let's go into ball underneath your sacrum. This is where we work on our lower tummy as well. We can start, so ball under sacrum, lower back nice and relaxed, core is on. We start with our leg lifts, then we can take our arms off the floor, keeping that ball really nice and steady. We can take it up into 2 legs and tap, and tap, and tap, and tap. Good. Take both legs up, so 10 of those, fingertips on the floor, stretch those legs up. We do a little scissor. 1, 2. Focus on the pull in of that leg to work the tummy. And I want the distance to be equal from the center. One leg's not going further than the other. Yeah? 10, 9, 8. After 10, point the toes to the ceiling, stretch out your inner thighs, flex the feet, and bring it back. So openings, open and close. 10, and 10 bicycles, deepening the tummy, tap the floor, make it a little harder by taking the arms off the floor, 10 one way, 10 the other way. Both legs up, lower tummy, one leg stay still as the other one lowers, but don't let the back arch. Bring it back up with your tummy, other leg, lower. And up. Now, if that feels easy, it's 2 legs, but don't go too low to begin with because I really want the abs to work and not the back to arch. Now, bring it up, not with your thighs, but with your tummy. Bring it up, and see if you can do at least 5 double legs. We finish with a hip flexor stretch, so I really like this one for you. Press the back of the knee down, pull the knee into the chest, and stretch out those hip flexors. And then we change, about 30 seconds on each side. And release. From there, lift the ball up. We roll onto our elbows and knees, finishing with our plank. Elbows under the shoulders, core muscles on. Bring your body weight forward a little bit so your nose is over your fingers, not back here. All right, take one leg out on the toes, other one on the toes, and let's see if we can hold that for 20 seconds. Pulling the tummy in, releasing as you inhale. So inhale, exhale, keeping those abs on, keeping the sternum pushing away from the mat. Little variations. We can do our leg lifts, 10 each way. and the other. And we can do our core climb up. Pull it in, pull it in. I don't want those hips to rotate. So you've got a book on your pelvis. You're keeping that book stable. I don't want, as soon as it gets into the neck, Carmel, that's it. You don't go anymore. Come back down and into rest position. Hold that for a few deep breaths. Each side, one hand and then the other. And then come on up. We'll finish with our kneeling lunge. So one leg, whoops, one leg in front. So let's do left leg in front. We're tightening that right bottom. We're lunging forward, stretching our arms to the ceiling. So we're getting that nice lat stretch, which is really important for you. Take a breath in, and as we exhale, we're sitting back down into our hamstring stretch. You can pad up your knee with some extra pillows if you need to, all right? And I want you to do that 10 times, a nice flowing movement, sitting your left bottom down each time. All right, so most of the weight's in that left leg as you sit down and push that left hip back behind you. Right hip forward, left hip back. So 10 one side and 10 on the other. Okay, have fun with those. You can do it.